So none for none was the score now on the fourth ball. First wicket is gone. First wicket is gone, and the next batsman coming in is the dashing Paresh Deshmukh, who is a star batsman for North Spartans for a number of years now. He hails from Pune and now lives in New Jersey, and he has made quite a name for himself. He comes one down, and after completing 5 balls, North Spartans none for one. As everybody knows that Paresh has represented USA at the national level, that is senior tournament of course, and does exceedingly well. The most important quality of his is he's able to judge the length of the ball very early. So William coming in, bowling to Paresh now. The next ball, right arm over the wicket. Oh, and the ball took quite a bit of swing in the air, and from outside the off stump it moved in, so Paresh had to wait for the ball to come and then had to play it very late. Otherwise it would have been really difficult. If he had gone through the shot and the ball had arrived late, it could have been difficult. So first over, Williams starts with the maiden. It's none for one wicket down. Hari and Paresh are batting. Both are supposed to be excellent players. Let's see what happens. Nitin More is the next bowler coming from the freeway end. We have these two ends, as I told you previously. One is freeway and the other is commentary box end. So here comes Nitin More, bowls outside the off stump, played late towards a short third man region, no run. The score remains at 1 wicket down and no runs on the board. The field placing, there is a short third man, a point, a cover, an extra cover, a mid off, a mid on, a long on. The next one on the middle and leg stump, played defensively. Couldn't play the ball that comfortably, which he would have liked to play. Played defensively, back to the bowler, no run. Here comes Nitin More. Facing him is Hari. Short ball outside the off stump. The batsman could not force the ball through covers and extra cover. The ball just landed very close to the batsman. The keeper collected the ball, no run results. The score is none for one. First 6 overs going to be very crucial, as we know. The power play, next ball from Nitin More, good length delivery on the middle stump, gave full face of the batsman, and played it defensively to the bowler, no run. None for one. Next ball coming in, Nitin More is bowling to Hari. It is outside the off stump and the batsman drives directly to short covers or point region. No run result. Still no run on the board. Second over is about to get finished. First 6 overs, the batsman would like to capitalize because it's power play, but still no runs on the board. It is Nitin More coming in to bowl to Hari, and he has lofted this ball. But as I told you, that because of very strong breeze, it is very difficult, and the breeze is moving in opposite direction of the ball, so it's difficult for the ball to get carried to the boundary. So the ball fell between long on and deep mid wicket. But at least the team has opened its account with a single, so 1 down for 1 at the end of 2 overs. This particular pitch and this particular ground, which faces the freeway, It faces a lot of wind and therefore helps the swing bowlers quite a lot, and helps the spinners also, because the ball comes a lot of time to arrive. The batsman first plays the ball and then finds that the ball has come afterwards. So it's very difficult to score on this ground. Let's see what happens. This is William coming in to bowl. And it's outside the off stump. Yes, judiciously called a wide. So now another run on the board. 2 runs for 1 wicket. There is 1 second slip, a gully, a point and a cover. Next ball, it has been hit in order to get a 6, but dropped at deep long on. It easily could have been a catch because it was directly down the throat of the fielder, but he dropped it, a simple dolly catch. So the first life for Hari. He must be very happy over there in order to get such an easy life, so he can continue to play. The next ball now, William to Paresh. It is on the middle end leg. Paresh flicks it down to short square leg. Fielder collects and gives the ball to the wicket keeper. No run. The score remains on 3 with 1 wicket down. There is mid-off, an extra cover. Next one. Oh, and that was outside the off stump. As I told you, the ball is swinging through the air, and Paresh tried to play a horizontal bat shot which would go between covers and point, found the outside edge of the bat. Fortunately, there was no first slip, so the ball went on the left side of the second slip towards third man. Had it been the first slip over there, Paresh would have been in deep trouble. So another run added to the score. It's 4 runs, 1 wicket down. Both the batsmen getting a life. William now bowling once again. What is called as dibbly-dobbly bowling. But deliberately he's bowling like that because he's getting the swing. So there is not necessity of bowling fast because there is so much help through the air. All these are wily customers, experienced. They have played so much. They have experienced all conditions, so they know how to bowl, how to bat in every condition. Now Paresh just taps the ball towards short covers, and before the cover fielder comes and picks up the ball, he crosses over for single. So 1 more run has been added to the score. It's 5 for 1. This is not going to be a pitch or the conditions where you can just play through the line. No, it's not possible. The batsman will have to play late. It's very difficult to score boundaries, as we saw in the earlier match. It's very difficult to hit over the top to get full productive. Oh, and this is what is happening here. As I told you, that the same way the batsman had a heave at the ball, and the fielder has dropped the catch at first slip. It was a potential catch, or you can classify it as a most difficult one, but at least he tried. 1 run added to the kitty. Both the batsmen finding it difficult to score off. I think for this particular pitch and these conditions, very important thing is you cannot set a huge target for yourself that I'm going for 175 or 180 like that. You have to take things as they come, and most importantly, you have to play all along the ground, at least for first 10 to 12 overs. You cannot take chances, because if you lose too many wickets, the later batsmen are going to find it more difficult. Next ball on the leg stump, played defensively towards Short square leg. The fielder comes, picks up the ball, but the batsman had ample time to cross over for single. The score is 7 for 1. Slow going. Paresh now, I hope that the sanity prevails and Paresh does not take the aerial route, even though it's a power play. Yes, we know, but he has to play the conditions. Next ball, nicely flicked away towards fine leg. This may reach the boundary. The ball slows down because there is thick grass cover and it is picked up by the fielder, but Paresh can take 2 runs before that. So the score now moves to 9 for 1. And Nitin More very steadily bowling. He knows how to keep the batsman in check. Accordingly, he is bowling. Right arm over the wicket from the freeway end. Now this is a short ball, but defensively played. That's a good strategy. That was not full length, neither it was short. It was a good length delivery, so there was a risk involved in going for a swipe or a big heave. So he played it defensively. The bowler collected the ball, no runs. 10 for 1. Next one, that is on the off stump, full length, full pitch delivery, driven to cover region, misfielded by covers and went to mid off. Paresh had a time to cross over for single. Paresh, a very stylish batsman, as we all know. Across the United States, everyone knows that how he bats and how consistent he has been. The next ball comes from Nitin More on the middle and off stump, played defensively back to the bowler, no runs.
And the ball was flicked to the leg side. Very nicely played. Paresh looking for a single and Hari asked for a double. That's a very good run. It's a very tough conditions to play. It's very breezy. The ball is swinging a lot. And Spartans have already lost their first wicket. So it's a cautious approach as we go into the next over. The score is 13 for 1. At the loss of wicket, Monty had a mishap in the earlier overs. He batted very well in the previous innings, scored 50. Unfortunately, this was not something where he could capitalize on the next innings. Change of over. The current run rate is 3.25. As you see, it's a slow start. Hari Rangisetti on 7, Paresh on 5 off 7 balls. At the end of 4 overs, North Spartans is 13 for 1. We are still in the power play. So the field restrictions still are in play. There is some conversation happening at the pitch with the umpires. Not sure what it is about. Suresh Veerabhadraya is the next bowler, starting his new over. And he bowls a pull, and Paresh tries to pull it across to the point area. No run scored there. There is always a chance where the batter might take a chance, and you always have to adjust the field and try to trap and get the batsman to play in a certain area. Suresh coming over the wickets, and it's a full ball, and if Paresh pulls towards deep covers, and it's a single scored at this point. The score moves down to 13 for 1. Harirangi Sethi on strike. And the ball pops in the air, lucky to not get to the fielder. It was a very good bowl and a good line outside the off stump. The batter was beaten, getting his upper edge towards deep backward point. Nicely pulled. A single scored towards covers. The score moves on to 14 for 1. The batsmen are very cautious in their approach, and they're scoring singles and doubles versus trying to score over the inner circle in the first power play. There are 2 more overs left in the power play. And Paresh tries a very good shot towards mid-on, very nicely fielded at the boundary. The ball goes straight to the fielder. A single scored. The run rate is still under 4, but like I said earlier, the conditions are very windy and tough to score runs. And that's the end of the over. The score moves on to 17 for 1 at the end of 5 overs. Paresh is on 7 and Hari on 9. It was a good over from Suresh. If you're just tuning in, the game is going on between North Spartans and South Leaders. The score is 17 for 1 at the end of 5 overs. Hari is on 9 and Paresh on 7. Next bowler is in Krish. The ball is bowled towards the middle stump and nicely pushed away for a single. Hari is on strike. The bowler is moving the field. The bowler is coming on straight onto the offside, and the ball moves towards deep backward point for a single. Paresh moves on to 8. The score is 19 for 1. And nicely hit by Paresh through the covers and hitting it to the boundary. The fielder is chasing it. Most likely he will be able to cut it before the rope. Batsman runs 2. The score is ticking very slowly, but that's what is needed at this point without losing a wicket. It's a different strategy to play in this type of conditions without really playing against the wind, because the ball does not carry towards the boundary. Straight to the fielder. No run scored there. The field restrictions are still in play. They have a deep cover and a long off. Nicely pulled away behind backward point, and the ball is racing towards the boundary. The fielder is able to cut it off again, and two runs to the batsman. They're able to get, at least 3 or 4 runs per over at this time. The score is moving slowly, but the run rate is ticking a little better than what it was before. Six runs off the over so far. Krish is now bowling to Hari. Outside the off stump, and he misses to cut the ball. That's the end of an over. North Spartans are 23 for 1 at the end of 6 overs. It is a humid and breezy afternoon here in Prairie View, Texas. For those who just tuned in, North Spartans are 23 for 1 at the end of 6 overs. Paresh is on 8 and Hari on 14. The same bowler continues. The bowler has a backward point covers, and a long on and deep mid wicket. Most likely he will bowl outside the off stump and a short ball, making the batsman try and pull. And it's a wide ball, a little bit went away from the batsman. He will have to bowl an extra ball. Paresh is on strike, and he bowls a good line, but still a little bit outside the regulation wide line. 2 wides in a row. The batsman, he's trying to make the batsman pull outside the off stump, but ending up bowling 2 extra balls. And that wasn't a good ball outside the off stump. Paresh leaves it. Let it be go to the wicket keeper. The score is 25 for 1 at the end of 6.1 overs. And the ball is bowled full, and that's a great shot from Paresh. Just goes over the fielder on the offside, and that's a boundary. Much more needed runs at this time. It was a very good shot. It was calculated, but the fielder could have really reached it if he would have been closer to the ropes. Nicely pulled away towards backward point. The ball is racing towards the boundary, but it stops short of the rope. 2 runs scored. The score is now 31 for 1. 3 more balls remaining in this over. Nicely played through the covers line. The ball, Parish looking for the second, but Hari refuses. Just 1 run. The field has been opened up, of course, after the first power play is done. Nicely pushed towards backward point. No run there. That's end of an over. 33 for 1 at the end of 7 overs. The current run rate is 4.7. The batters need to pick up more runs now and try to pull their and play their shots. The run rate is not as what they would like. It is, like I said, very humid and hot in this afternoon. It's always a good area to get hydrated. The batsman is asking for his hat. Most likely the spin is coming into play. Again, the score is 33 for 1. Monty got out a bit earlier, trying to pull the ball, and was nicely caught. That was the first wicket in the power play itself. Krish coming to bowl. Push towards the bowler, no run. Hari is on strike. Ball was full outside the off stump. The batsman got an inner edge, lucky to not be played on. Nicely pushed away towards deep covers. A single. And Paresh goes for a hit. It's in the middle of two fielders. Don't think there would be a catch. He was not able to get to the ball fully, and that's why he got an upper edge on his bat. Like I said, because of the wind, the ball does move a little bit. So if you misjudge it, there are chances that it probably might go up in the air to a fielder. And this is something that's not needed at this time. They should be able to push the ball on the ground versus airing the ball at the field. Restrictions are off now. The field has been opened up and there are 5 fielders outside the inner circle. That's end of the over. 8 overs done, 35 for 1. Hari is on 16 and Paresh on 16. The nice thing about this Prairie View complex is that there are 6 grounds and they're all next to each other. So there are multiple games that can be played at the same time. So this being the inaugural T20 for over 50s in the Masters series. 2 games are being played. One in the morning and one in the afternoon on all these 6 grounds. North Spartans are on 35 for 1 at the end of 8 overs. William Solomon back into the attack. And the ball is moved to the middle stump and nicely pulled away towards deep mid wicket. The ball does not go to the boundary. 2 runs to the batsman. It's a very hot and humid day. Williamson to Paresh. Oh, he tried to pull it square, missed. And most possibly a bye, looks like it. One runs added to the scoreboard. Spartans moves on to 38 for 1. Williamson now to hurry. Oh, the ball curves in, moves towards the leg. They get a single. The bowler is taking full advantage of the wind, because sometimes in this wind it's very hard to control the line of the ball. But no extra balls, without any wides and no balls is good bowling at this time. Outside the off stump, Paresh tries to pull. Deep mid on comes up, a single scored. Score moves on to 40. The current run rate is 4.6, a little better than what it was before. Williamson to hurry. And he pulls the batsman forward, and that's a stumping chance that the wicketkeeper does not miss. Second wicket down. Spartans are at a loss of hurry. Williamson bowled him an excellent line. Hurry misses the line, moves forward, and the wicketkeeper makes no mistake.
Mobile Gaila mobile. So once again, this is Ravi Patki reporting you from Prairie View Cricket Ground. It's 40 for 2 now. Paresh Deshmukh showing his class, and most importantly, if he stays there till 15th or 16th over, then North Spartans have every chance to reach a decent score and pose a real threat to the fielding side when they come to bat. It's 40 for 2 now. It is William now who has already taken 2 wickets. He's bowling right arm over the wicket. Just turned round the corner down to short fine leg for a single. Paresh rushes fortunately towards the striker's end, so a single run is taken. Uday is the new batsman who's on 1 now. William has completely covered his head with a handkerchief because he feels that there's too much of heat here. Now the temperature going beyond 30 degrees Celsius, and there is a lot of humidity also in the air, so naturally this will be difficult for the people who are not familiar with this weather, especially coming from New Jersey. 41 for 2. Paresh on 19 and Uday is on 1. 9 overs have been bowled, so 4.5 runs per over. But as I told you that the primary objective should be to play 20 overs completely. As I told you that the conditions are not conducive to play the ball through the line. No, it's not easy. Next ball on the off stump, driven down to covered region for a single. So Uday goes to 2 now. Paresh is on 19. And the score moves to 42 for 2. Next ball on the leg stump. Elegantly flicked towards mid-wicket for a single. And the score moves to 43 for 2 now. Venki is the bowler, right arm over the wicket. Outside the off stump, and it has been cut square. Beautifully fielded by William at short point for a single. Uday is on 3, Paresh is on 20, 9.3 overs gone, 44 for 2. Paresh is on strike once again. It's a short ball, and Paresh waited for the ball, allowed it to come on the bat slowly, and played it defensively. The fielder from the gully region came to pick up, no run. Next ball. This is short ball outside the off stump, and it has been cut down to deep cover, called a sweeper cover, for a single. The score goes to 45 for 2, 9.5 overs gone. Next over from Venki, and next ball from Venki outside the off stump, and played uppishly. The square cut went into the air, but fortunately for the batsman, it fell slightly short of the point fielder. No chance of getting a wicket, neither there was any chance of getting any runs. So 45 for 2 after 10 overs. .45 for 2 after 10 overs. William is coming once again to bowl, and he will be bowling to Paresh. Outside the off stump, and hit towards deep cover for a single. One more run it's taken. It is 46 for 2. Next ball from William to Uday outside the off stump, and hit square of the wicket down to point, fielded by the point fielder by intercepting the ball with the leg, but still the batsmen were able to cross over for a single. 47 for 2. Paresh looking in great touch. Let's see how far he can take his team. It's 47 for 2. Next ball from William, and outside the off stump, way wide outside the off stump. Paresh went for a wild stroke, missed it completely because the ball was wide. Signaled wide by the umpire. The score remains on 48 for 2. Next ball from William, now a short delivery, very slow through the air. So Paresh went on to the back foot, played it defensively towards short cover. No run, 48 for 2. There's one slip, which is a second slip, then a point and a cover, an extra cover. Next ball. Oh! That was a flighted delivery, but because Paresh is playing slightly outside its crease, he could easily make it into a full toss. He made it into a full toss, but somehow it missed his bat, and fortunately for him, it missed the stumps also. So it missed by a whisker. A lucky escape for Paresh. 48 for 2. Next ball from William from the commentary box end outside the leg stump and swept towards deep fine leg. Let us see whether it reaches the ropes. No. The fielder reaches first. Nice throw towards the wicket keeper. One bounce, the keeper collects. 50 for 2 after 10.5 overs. As the batters are experiencing not easy to score runs here. Next ball from William, bowling to Paresh. It is on the leg stump, flicked it towards mid-wicket region for single. So Paresh now moves to 24 and the score moves to 51 for 2. After completion of 11 overs, we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back. It is 51 for 2. North Spartans. Next ball to Paresh, and Paresh has played it beautifully. He's lofted it towards deep long on for a single. So the score moves to 52 for 2 now, with Paresh moving to 26 of 28. Venki is the bowler. Once again a looping delivery, and it has been easily put into place to deep square leg boundary for 4 runs because it was a full toss. Very easy for the batsman, just swung his bat and the ball went into the fence for 4 runs, 2 bounces. The batsman won't be the bowler won't be very pleased with that ball. Next one from Venki outside the off stump, and the batsman plays square of the wicket to deep cover for a single. The score moves to 56 for 2. Paresh comes on strike now. Next ball from Venki, beautifully leg cut. GR Vishwanath like stroke going down to third man region. There is no deep third man, so the fielder from the short third man had to run and pick up the ball. After chasing it, he picks up, collects, given to the keeper. In the meanwhile, 2 runs result, 59 for 2 after 11.4 overs. Next ball, and Paresh taking a risk here, going outside hit stumps and trying to play the ball over fine leg because there is no deep fine leg. So he wanted to go over short fine leg but missed it completely. Fortunately, it did not hit the stumps. It's still there on 28. Next ball from Venki. Now this has been beautifully hit over extra cover. Let's see whether it reaches the fence. No. The sweeper cover gets the ball. In the meanwhile, Paresh crosses over for 2 runs. And his score moves to 30 now. Naturally, he's feeling thirsty and he has called for water from the dugout. The 12th man comes with the water bottle. We'll take a short break and join you once again. This has been on the off stump, driven towards covers. No run results. North Spartans 61 for 2. And Shafiq Khan is the bowler now. And he's bowling to Uday. Outside the off stump, and this has been hit down to deep mid wicket. And what a wonderful throw. It's quite the distance from the wicket-keeper's position. It may be about 60-70 meters long, and from that to throw directly 2 bounces into the hands of the keeper is not an easy job. Well done, mate. Shafiq now, the bowling is next ball, and he is bowling to Paresh. Now this is on the off stump, made it into full toss, driven down to deep square leg for a single. Very important, as I told you, that Paresh has to stay there till 17th or 18th over, because he's the mainstay of North Spartan team, and he has to be there if they want to reach a respectable total. Nice one. Ball in the block hole. It went directly into the hands of the wicket keeper. No runs. 63 for 2. Next ball. Very good delivery, full length on the off stump, driven, but the effort was to drive the ball towards mid-off. The ball took the inside edge of the bat. It went to short mid-wicket. The wicket-keeper had to run to pick up the ball. 1 run results. The score is 64 for 2 after 12.4 overs. Next one from Shafiq. Beautifully bowled, but equally beautifully driven by Paresh. As I've been telling you, that he has been in delectable touch, this man Paresh, and he on drives it towards mid-on for a single and takes the score to 65 for 2. Now Paresh wants to replace his bat or gloves. Let's see. No, he has replaced his bat. I think He has called a bat with a long handle. Naturally, now just 7-8 overs left. He must have a special bat in his mind, the bat which he normally uses to hit the ball over the boundaries, because that is the need of the hour now. So for that he must have changed the bat. Let us assume so. Paresh looking at the fielders on the leg side, and then trying to keep in mind their positions and where he has to place the ball. If the ball is full length or if the ball is full toss, then and then only you can hit them over the boundary. Otherwise, a good length delivery cannot be hit to the boundary, because the wind is blowing absolutely everywhere and it is slowing down the pace of the ball, as I have been telling you since long time. Murli Vattu is the new bowler. Outside the leg stump, wide outside the leg stump. It will be called a wide by umpire, and one run taken by the batsman by crossing over, but called a wide. So the score moves to 67 for 2 in 13 overs. So the average now 5 runs per over. If the batting team has a decent bowling lineup, they can afford to score about 120-125 runs in these conditions. The next ball swept towards deep fine leg for a single. The score goes to 68 for 2. Paresh has been playing brilliantly. He's mixing hit shots, playing sub shots along the turf and playing some lofted shots at the same time. So mixing caution with aggression. Next ball, it is outside the leg stump, a long hop. Paresh could not take full advantage of it. Hooks it around deep square leg for a single. The score moves to 69 for 2. The next one, outside the off stump, the batsman going for a square cut. Fortunately for him, does not get a nick, and it is collected by the keeper. Murli bowling well, and his next ball, 5th ball of the over. Now it has been hit between two fielders, and maybe it will be a 4 now. Yes, it's a 4 to deep extra cover fence. It bisected the cover and deep mid off. The gap was excellently found. So 4 runs are added to the score. It is 73 for 2. Uday playing a perfect compliment to Paresh, and both are taking the score forward. Next one, it is short ball outside the off stump, and an agricultural shot by the batsman, trying to go for a big sweep. Next one, oh, that one outside the off stump, and the batsman tried to go for a very awkward shot, and he could not get the strength behind the ball. The ball fell just before the bowler. The bowler tried his best, but he could not pick the ball, and it will go as a chance given by the fielding team. The 12th man is waving to the umpire whether he can come on the field for water break. Yeah, water bottle has been handed over to one of the fielders. And Abir has come onto the field, and he has replaced a fielder who has gone into the dugout. And the next ball has been hit to the fence by Paresh. Over long gone, and the fielder just could not get the hold of the ball, so the ball crosses the fence for a boundary. Paresh moves to 37. The score is 77 for 2 now. Shafiq bowling next ball on the off stump, driven down to cover region. Paresh wants a single, but then finds a danger over there because though the fielder had fumbled in the second attempt, the fielder grabbed the ball and gave it back to the ball. Next one from Shafiq. It is on the off stump, driven down to deep long gone for a single. The score moves to 78 for 2 now. Uday is on 16, Paresh is on 38. Paresh still maintaining a striking rate of 100 runs per 100 balls. Nice one. The batsman trying to have a big slog over deep mid wicket. The ball taking the top edge of the bat and going behind the wicket keeper's head to the third man boundary. 2 runs are taken till the fielder from point region runs and picks up the ball and gives back to the bowler. So 2 runs added. It is 80 for 2 now. Shafiq has figures of none for 11. He uses his shoulder to great effect, as we can see here. Has a very short run up, but when he reaches the stumps, he gives a huge tweak to his shoulder, and the shoulder comes into action, and that is from where he generates all the power. So it is the shoulder power the Shafiq is able to generate. Next ball, now it is in the block hole on the off stump. Very nicely bowled. Paresh dug it out very well. The score remains on 81 for 2 at the end of 15 overs. So it's 81 for 2. Welcome back. It's Murli Wadi who's going to commences next over after 15 overs. It is 81 for 2. Uday is on 19 and Paresh is on 38. Morley coming into bowl, the wicketkeeper trying to adjust his field. There is a point, a cover, a deep cover and mid-off. That is the fielding on the offside. Now this has been cut between point and cover. It is going down to deep point region. The fielder from point runs behind the ball, picks up, gives it to the bowler. 2 runs are added to the score. With that, Uday goes to 21. Paresh remains on 38. The score is 80. I think it should be 85 after 15.1. Okay, the screen is still showing 83 for 2. The next ball. Oh, the batsman has gone for a big slog. Misses the slog completely and goes to the wicket keeper. It must have missed the off stump by a whisker. Murli comes into bowl. Goes through the motions very fast. An off spinner now on the middle and leg stump. This has been pulled down to long leg. Suresh is the fielder at long leg. And 1 run results. The score moves to 84 for 2 after completion of 15.3 overs. Murli, none for 11. Next ball, outside the off stump. Beautifully bowled. Though it's a wide, I think it was enticing the batsman to go for the kill. And it was a perfect recipe for a stumping chance. But the batsman did not go for that. Next one. And Paresh goes for a big shot, a big slog over mid-wicket. Misses it completely. Naturally, we are into 16th over, so Paresh finds that he has to score and the score has to motor along now. So 85 for 2 still. Murli proving to be a difficult customer to get off. Next one, it has been pulled over mid-wicket boundary for 4 runs. It was half sweep, half pull. But since it was a spinner, we can call it a sweep shot. And Paresh adds 4 more runs to its kitty. He now moves to 42. The Spartans are now 89 for 2 after 15.5 overs. Uday is on 22. Let me tell you what is the field on the leg side. There is a deep long on, a deep mid-wicket, a short mid-wicket. A beautifully played pick-up shot towards fine leg by Paresh for 4 runs. Beautifully played pick-up shot. Now this type of shot needs a lot of practicing in the nets. It doesn't come just like that. So as we all know that these players are constantly practicing, this was the perfect testament to that. Paresh just flicked it by judging the length of the ball, and he knew that there was no fielder to the fine leg. So his shot, his effort gave him maximum results. So 4 runs to Paresh with a fantastic boundary. The score goes to 93. In cricket, it's very important that how many runs you score, but equally important how you score, how diligently you score, how delectably you score, how beautifully you score, how elegantly you score, and all these qualities you can see in Paresh batting. The next one is coming from Abir. It is on the leg stump, short, and it has been pulled towards deep mid-wicket, and the batsmen are crossing over for 2 runs. Good throw from the long leg region. It's a fielder between deep square leg and deep long leg. Next ball coming in, Abir, outside the off stump, and this has been easily put away between deep square leg and deep long gone, over the ropes, few bounces over the ropes, and it's a biggie by Uday. It's such a biggie that it can be a 10 instead of 6. So 101 for 2 now. They're upping the ante, these two batsmen. Playing beautifully now. Abir once again a full toss delivery and once again hit down to deep square leg boundary for 4 runs. The runs are coming thick and fast here at the Prairie Cricket Ground. And when exactly the aggression was needed, at that time both Paresh and Uday are coming into their own, and they are showing some great skills, putting full tosses over the boundary and putting long hops also over the boundary or towards the boundary. 105 for 2, very good acceleration. Spartans moving towards 135, 140. Let's wait how many they can score, but at least the acceleration had started. Next one from Abir, outside the off stump, and once again it has been driven down to deep long on. It was an uppish shot for a single. So 106 for 2 now. Paresh on 46. Let's see whether he can get to his half century to this ball. Now this is on the middle stump and it has been hit towards deep long off, but Suresh was very close to the ropes, and that's why till he could pick up the ball and throw, 1 run could be taken by Paresh. So 107 for 2 now. Paresh is on 47. Next ball from Abir. It's a short ball and this has been hit over the fence for a 12. Not even a 6, it's a 12, my dear friends. Uday, remember the name. 2 sixes and 1 4 in 1 over. So Uday is going berserk in this over, and Abir had to face the wrath of Uday's fiery knock here. He is on fire, there is no doubt about that, and his strike rate has gone way over 100. 41 runs of 26 balls. Paresh is still holding the anchor, 47. Strike rate is 157.6. Uday is going all guns blazing, 157. Paresh strike rate is 111. And the score slowly and steadily now heading towards 140, 145. Even if they can get 10 runs per over from here, they will reach 145. Let's see how many they can get. But definitely both the players are capable of using the long handle, as we have seen in the last 3 or 4 overs, and mixing their power beautifully with intelligence. They have their gaps perfectly ingrained in their mind where the gaps are, and accordingly they are playing. Sometimes they are toying with the bowling. $113 for 2. The umpire confirming something from the dugout. Now Nitin More is coming into bowl. The next ball, it is outside the off stump. Now the umpire hasn't signalled a wide. Paresh had gone for a very wild sweep shot over deep mid wicket. The next one from Nitin More. Now this has been hit over extra cover, but the sweeper fielder at extra cover has taken the catch, and Paresh has to depart. Unfortunately, we had thought that he would complete his 50, but nevertheless a marvelous innings, and full of skill and full of elegance. The innings comes to an end, but we have been watching a beautiful knock by Paresh so far. A lovely treat he has given to everyone who's present here watching this match, and we should thank Paresh for such a lovely treat. 113 for 2, 113 for 3 now. But Paresh was all style and all elegance, so we are grateful to him for giving us such a treat of batsmanship. It was not merely batting, it was batsmanship, let me tell you. And some lessons of hardcore batsmanship Paresh has given us. Nitin More, in the meanwhile, very quietly getting rid of Paresh with some decent stuff, bowling well within the stumps. Next ball, now this is a very good ball, but equally played well towards point region. The fielder at point collects the ball, gives it to the bowler, but in the meanwhile the batsman takes a single. It's 114 for 3 now. Uday is 41. Let us see whether Uday can fetch his 50 in this over. Full length delivery. Oh, and he went for a reverse sweep or a reverse scoop towards third man. Let's watch the replay where the ball had actually pitched. It must have been outside the leg stump, because it seemed like that, otherwise he would have been plumb in front. The next ball coming up from Nitin More. Very good length delivery, and it has been driven down to deep mid-wicket boundary for 4 runs. Once again it was a sweep shot, a slog sweep towards deep mid-wicket boundary. So 119 for 3 at the end of 17.5 overs. 1 ball left. Nitin More getting some hammering now from the new batsman Deepak Anchan. Is an immaculate stance. The next one outside the off stump, the batsman going for a big shot, misses it completely. The ball misses the keeper also, goes towards short fine leg. The fielder runs towards the ball, picks up. 1 run results. The score now 120 for 3. At the end of the 18th over. In the last 5 overs, the matters are getting really interesting as the batsmen from the Spartans are giving a real whack to the bowlers. Now here we are going through the wickets. William had taken first 2 wickets, as you can see on the screen, and the 3rd wicket Paresh had given a real whack to the ball, but unfortunately it went straight down to the fielder's throat, and he was dismissed on 47, I think. The score now 120 for 3. Shafiq is coming to bowl once again, and the man taking strike will be Deepak. You can make out the mettle of the batsman just by the manner in which he stands. What is his stance? if the stance looks perfect, the distance between the 2 feet, how the bat is held, etc. Now there is a wild sweep from the batsman going towards deep mid wicket for a single. The score goes to 121 for 3 after 18.1 overs. North Spartans going for 150. I think it must be in their mind. I don't know what the captain is thinking, but it must be that rounded figure. Next one from Shafiq, very nicely bowled, but it has been hit in the air and the ball drops just ahead of extra cover fielder. 1 run results. It is 122 for 3 after 18.2 overs. Next one from Shafiq. Shafiq has bowled brilliantly. This is a full toss. I think this is going down to deep long on for a single. Paresh is Shafiq is a different type of spinner. He doesn't tweak the ball much, but as I told you that he uses a lot of his shoulder, and he believes in bowling the ball fast. He has a run up of just 3 or 4 steps. Next one from him. Now this is a full length delivery and he has put it well over the fence for a huge 6. It's a biggie by Uday, and the score he now goes to 129 and Uday moves to 48. This is the difference between a bowler who bowls slowly through the air and a bowler who bowls very fast. Because Shafiq is giving a lot of velocity to the ball is coming nicely onto the bat, so the batsman can use the pace of the ball, and less power is required in this case by the batsman. So it was converted into a full pitch delivery. A lot of power went into it and the ball just went over deep long leg for a huge 6. So Uday has 48 runs now in 29 deliveries, 3 4s and 3 6s, and look at the strike rate, it is 165. So can I call Uday as Surya Kumar Uday? Because that is how the sky, Surya Kumar Yadav, his strike rate always hovers between 160 and 180. Uday is giving a huge whack to the bowlers. Fantastic display here at the Prairie Cricket Ground. 129 for 3. And the fielders are taking some time to find the ball. Till then we'll take a short break and we'll be back in a moment. Fortunately, we don't have cars parked just outside the ropes, otherwise Uday would have cracked easily and smashed easily few windows out there. The next bowler now coming in is once again Shafiq, and the batsman is Uday on 48. Let's see whether he can bring his 50 now. Shafiq is bowling once. Now he has slowed down as far as his pace is concerned, and he has identified that bowling fast is of no use in these conditions, though slight late realization on part of Shafiq, I will say. In the previous match, the manner in which Nayan bowled, that is the perfect pace for this particular pitch and also these conditions. Next ball outside the off stump, the batsman went for a huge shot over mid wicket, failed to connect. No run, 130 for 3 at the end of 19 overs. Deepak on 7 and Uday on 49, and I'm quite sure in this over Uday is going to get to his 50. Just one run needed. Of course, he will not have his personal landmarks in his mind. He wants to take his team to 150 or as many runs as he can get. Let's see if he can succeed in his endeavor. 19 overs are completed, 130 for 3. Our computer is showing that the projected score is 137, but the batting team would like to have few more runs on the board, more than 140, close to 145. Let's see if Uday can get few across the fence and few over the fence also. Next one coming in from Nitin More, and Uday has gone for a big square cut and he's trying to go for the second run. The ball has been picked up on the deep cover boundary, but till that time Uday goes for second, and now Uday brings his 50. Uday brings the shows bat to the dugout. Wonderfully played innings. He has gone to 50 with a strike rate of 164, 51 runs. Next ball from Nitin More. Now this type of shot hasn't been quite fruitful for any of the batsmen. I don't know why these batsmen are playing that, by going across the stumps, outside the off stump and playing towards the leg side, but they haven't connected any such ball during their effort. Next ball from Nitin More. Now brilliant ball, but it has been sliced towards the third man boundary and the ball has touched the rope, and very important 4 runs for Spartans, and the score now races past 135. 136 is the score now. A nicely played shot, difficult shot to play, but by giving an angle to the bat he was able to successfully guide it towards third man where there is no deep third man. For 5, Deepak on 7. Next one from Nitin More, right arm over the wicket. Now that this is on off stump, nicely bowled, but it has been beautifully driven all along the carpet towards deep cover region. The sweeper cover comes, picks up the ball, throws it. 2 runs are added to the score. Uday moves to 57 and the score moves to 138 for 3 now with 19.4 overs. Next one from Nitin More. This is on the off stump. Full length delivery driven straight back to the bowler. No run added. 136 for 3. Last ball of the innings now, of the Spartans innings. 136 for 3. Nitin More. And a stumping chance is missed by the wicketkeeper. But that's the end of the innings. At the end of 20th over, Spartans have reached 138 for 3. A decent score provided they have a good bowling lineup. 138 for 3. Uday on 57 and Deepak 7 not out. A run rate of 6.9. Monty went without scoring. Hari scored 17. Paresh scored a magnificent 47. Uday 57. Deepak 7 not out and Uday 57 not out. Total 138 for 3. Extras are 10. So at the end of 20 overs, 138 for 3 at the Prairie Cricket Ground here in Houston. A decent score to chase. Let's see what happens next. William had bowled 4 overs for 2 wickets. Nitin More 4 overs for 1 wicket. Suresh, Krish, Venki, Shafiq, Morli Abir, they went wicketless. The first wicket for 1, second wicket on 40, and third wicket Paresh went on 113. So 138 for 3, 139 to get for South leaders. And we will be back in short moment once the second inning begins. Till then, it's goodbye from the Prairie Cricket Ground. Welcome back to the Prairie Cricket Ground. The South leaders have to chase 139 runs of 20 overs. North Spartans scoring 138 for 3. And the second innings should be commencing soon. In just a moment. The batsman now slowly walking up to the crease. As we can see Monty Mathanda's figures on the screen, 9 matches played, 9 innings. And the batsman taking strike. Will be Bhaskar, and the non-striker is Pradeep. Monty is coming into bowl. Left arm spinner on the midland leg stump. The ball driven down to short covers. Monty himself goes and picks up the ball. No run added. The score remains none for none. Next ball from Monty, as he's the captain of the side. He wears number 1 jersey. Next ball outside the off stump. The batsman trying to have a big heave, misses completely and goes into the hands of the wicket keeper, but the umpire has called it a wide, so the account has been opened for South leaders. Next ball outside the leg stump, way outside the leg stump. I think it has to do more with the wind rather than Monty failing to maintain his direction. It must be difficult out there to keep the ball in right place. The next one slightly fastish outside the off stump, and Monty has changed his plans. Instead of bowling flighted deliveries, he's now going all out and bowling faster deliveries. The next one outside the leg stump, once again called a wide. So 3 for no loss. All 3 have been extras. Bhaskar is taking strike. Next one. That was on the off stump. Shot of good length on the front foot. The batsman comes and just pushes it towards covers. No run, 3 for no loss. The next one from Monty, left arm over, outside the leg stump, once again a wide. So difficult for Monty to keep proper line and length. That's why he has now changed the sides, and now he will be going over the wicket. Now this is outside the leg stump and called a wide. Next one from Monty. This is on the middle and off stump and played with a lot of caution towards short mid on. The fielder from short mid wicket comes, picks up the ball. No runs. The score still remains on 5 without loss. All 5s have been extras. Next ball from Monty. It's a full toss and it's driven in the air over the covers for 4. And up is shot, but it was inviting to be hit like that, and he used the full face of the bat, and with horizontal bat he had a big shot over cover region, and the ball goes straight into the fence for 4 runs. So first boundary, 9 for no loss. Monty won't be much happy with his performance so far. A wide and 3-4 wides and full toss. Next one on the middle and off stump, played off the back foot towards covers. No run results. The score remains on 9 for no loss, and Monty finishes his first over. It was a long over because of number of wides. He's given away 9 runs, 5 of which had been extras, and 4 were in the form of boundary, which Bhaskar hit over covers. So national standings you can see on your screen now. South leaders, 9 for no loss. Spartans scoring 138 runs of their 20 overs. Let's see if the South leaders can match up and make 139 to win this game. It will be a very interesting chase. Ashish Modi comes in to bowl, right arm over the wicket, and he's bowling to Pradeep on the middle stump, played to mid wicket in a very peculiar fashion. Not a very convincing shot. The ball went towards mid wicket, no run. It's 9 for no loss after 1.1 overs. Ashish Modi once again coming in to bowl, right arm over the wicket. Crosses the umpire, he bowls. Very good ball on the middle and off stump, and played without much footwork. In fact, getting both the feet at the same time off the ground. So not exactly footwork, jumping work done by the batsman. Very peculiar footwork. Next one from Ashish. Once again, a beautifully bowled. In cricket jargon, we call it a jaffer. That was an absolute jaffer because it was on the up stump, and I think it hit the seam, and with the seam it just left the bat by 1 inch, and that was enough to take the edge and go to the wicket keeper. The batsman made himself in a, or put himself in a miserable position by going across and trying to play to mid wicket. The ball was outside the off stump, but full marks to the bowler for pitching the ball on the seam, and with the seam it just moved a little by 1 inch, and that was enough to take the edge of the bat. But what a sight for the spectators here. What a sight for the spectators. was like a professional bowler bowling with seam up like Mohammad Shami, and the ball exactly lands on the seam, changes the direction because of a small little amount of grass present on the wicket, leaves the batsman, takes the outside edge and goes into the hands of the wicket keeper. A dream dismissal for the bowler, a dream dismissal for the spectators also. 9 for 1 after 1.3 overs. South leaders in a spot of bother now. The umpire informing the batsman that the bowler is coming right arm over. Beautiful ball bowled by Ashish Nandi. If he goes and watches his highlights and shows it to the children will be equally happy that their dad can bowl such a jaffer in a match. Ashish coming into bowl now. Bowls on the outside the off stump. Next batsman in it, Shrikant Murthy. So moves outside the off. The batsman moves towards the off stump, plays on the back foot. No run. 9 for 1. Next ball from Ashish Murthy. Ashish Modi, I'm sorry, and this has been square cut. Most probably it will reach the fence, and yes, it has reached this fence. Very powerful square cut. A difficult shot to play. The difficult shot for the ball to reach the boundary at Prairie today. But with huge backlift, the batsman hit the ball towards deep third man for 4. So it's 13 for 1. Ashish Modi so far given 4 runs. He has taken 1 wicket. 13 for 1. Coming into bowl. There is 1 slip. Next ball shot of good length on the middle and off stump, and the batsman without much footwork just shows full face of the bat. The ball hits the bat, drops down dead on the wicket. No run is added. 13 for 1 at the end of the second over. Ashish Modi completes his over in which he has taken 1 wicket. And now from the commentary box end, it's Paresh coming into bowl. Paresh, a multifaceted cricketer. In addition to his batsmanship, in his heydays, he was an excellent wicket keeper with magnificent reflexes, I can remember. Now, he will be bowling most probably his off spinners. There are certain players who have to take efforts to make themselves good players, but Paresh was a gifted player right from childhood as I know him. So let me brief you about the fielding positions for Paresh. There is 1 slip, then 1 point, cover, extra cover, deep long off. These are the fielders on the off side. On the left side there is deep long on, deep mid wicket, a short mid on, and short square leg. Paresh comes into bowl outside the off stump. Oh, beautifully bowled outside the off stump, and the batsman went for the square cut. Could not keep the ball down. Went straight into the hands of Short Point, who made no mistake. So second wicket gone for South leaders, and now they are 13 for 1. It was outside the off stump. Honestly speaking, not a wicket-taking delivery, but the batsman made it look as a wicket-taking ball outside the off stump. He hit it, but straight into the hands of short point. So 2 down for 13, and South leaders are in big trouble. As I told you at the beginning itself, that anything above 130 is going to be a challenging target in these conditions. The wicket may be flat, but there is a slight grass on the wicket. But the natural conditions, the wind, that is making difficult to score. South leaders 13 for 2. Anand Kataria is the next batsman in. He has played so far 10 innings, 175 runs, highest runs of 45, average decent 17.50, strike rate 82. This 82 strike rate is good enough to chase 138 in today's game. But let us see if he can put his anchor on the wicket for some time. Now the next ball outside the off stump. The batsman rolled his wrist over the ball and in a very peculiar fashion played it to short third man, no run. Next one, and Paresh bowls a lollipop outside the off stump, and that was just stepped towards short point once again. All the balls so far Paresh has bowled, the ball has been hit towards the point region. So you can make out what line he is bowling. Slightly short of length, around off stump or outside the off stump, without giving much room to the batsman. Next ball coming up. This is on the middle stump, and a slog sweep has been played towards deep square leg, and the fielder at deep square leg, he made a valiant effort and almost he caught the ball. Had he taken the catch, it could have been an absolute ripper. Everyone applauding for his effort here. 13 for 2. Next one, shot of good length, and on the back foot, this has been beautifully driven between point and covers, and the ball reaches the fence for 4 runs. Full credit to the batsman because it was slowly bowled by Paresh, but the batsman went on to the back foot, generated some real force behind the shot, and the ball went between covers and point to the fence for 4 runs. So the score now reaches 21 for 2. Paresh bowling his next ball outside the off stump. A decent delivery, not a wide, and the batsman leaves it alone. Goes into the hands of the keeper. The score stays at 21 for 2 at the end of 3 overs. We'll be back in just a moment. Next one outside the off stump and square cut. It has been down to deep covers. The fielder runs behind the ball, picks up 2 runs are added to the kitty. The score now moves to 23 for 2 with Srikanth on 6 and Anand Kataria is on 8. 23 for 2. It is Ashish Modi. Bowling his next ball, a shot of good length, and once again it has been cut down to deep third man. In fact, it is deep point for a single. So it is 24 for 2 now. Anand on 8 and Shrikant on 7. 24 for 2. South leaders at the end of 3.2 overs. Ashish Bodhi not giving semblance of any sign of being over 50 on the off stump. Played once again with a peculiar footwork down to short covers. No run. Modi prepares for his run up. There is one slip, one gully, one deep third man, one short covers, one deep cover, and one long off on the offside. Now this has been driven but uppishly towards deep cover region, and there was a chance at the non-striker's end of a run out, but the batsman just was able to make it. Excellent fielding at the deep cover region. The fielder ran behind the ball, picked up and threw it exactly where it mattered on the non-striker's end. The batsman had just made his ground fortunately. Next one from Ashish. This has been outside the off stump and slightly uppishly played towards deep third man for single. The score moves to 27 for 2 after 3.5 overs. Excellent bowling by Ashish Bodhi. Here comes Modi and bowls to Shrikant outside the off stump. Shrikant wants to drive but without much conviction. The ball goes straight into the hands of wicketkeeper. So after 4 overs, it's 27 for 2. South leaders required to get 139. So the required run rate is now 7 runs per over. I think Paresh is going to continue from the commentary box end. He has given away 4 runs and he has taken 1 wicket. 112 runs needed from 96 balls. Seems to be a stiff target unless and until 1 or 2 batsmen can really pull it off. One batsman has to anchor the innings, another batsman has to go after the bowling. This should be the strategy for the batting side. Let's see what happens. It's Paresh now. Once again, a loopy ball on the middle stump, driven straight down to long on for a single. These loopy balls seems to be a norm in this over 50 tournament. Most of the bowlers are bowling like that, giving very little pace to the ball and making life miserable for the batsman. Next one from Paresh once again, and finds that the batsman was not ready, so stops and once again goes back to his run up. Next ball on the off stump, but a wide call by umpire. It was way outside the off stump. So the score remains on 28 for 2 at the end of 4 and 4.1 overs. Next ball from Paresh. Now this is outside the off stump. It was an off spinner and driven down to mid-off. The fielder of mid-off, he is saved with the help of his foot. 1 run results. It's 30 for 2 now. Next one from Paresh. Once again a loopy ball and a gap is brilliantly found by the batsman between covers and deep mid-off. 4 runs into the fence. I should give full credit to the batsman for finding that gap, though the ball was hit uppishly into the air, but it was hit by looking the fielders and looking at the gap exactly. So a lot of skill involved in that shot. 34 for 2 after 4.3 overs. Anand playing very well, Anand Kataria. Next ball. Now, with the wind, the ball went outside the off stump and then it went more outside the off stump. So Paresh finding it difficult to maintain his line. So now he has decided to come round the wicket. He's coming round the wicket now. He's bowling to Anand. Oh, that was because the bowler is now bowling from round the wicket. It's difficult to get an LBW decision because unless it's a fuller length, it's difficult to get an LBW decision. Next one, that was a full toss, but the batsman missed it and made it into a beamer. The batsman missed, the keeper missed, and the ball went and directly struck the right shoulder of the keeper. Next one, a leg spinner, but going down the leg side, the umpire will definitely call it a wide. Yes. 35 for 2 after 4.4 overs. The bowlers are really feeling it difficult to get the ball into right place because of the breeze. Once again, the ball going more towards leg side, declared a wide by the umpire. Paresh comes to bowl the next ball. It is outside the off stump and it is now called wide outside the off stump. So Paresh is baffled by umpire's decision, but we can see that the ball was way outside the off stump. 39 for 2. Next one on the off stump now, a decent ball driven towards covers. No run. 39 for 2 in 4.5 overs. No, it's end of the over now. South leaders after 5 overs. 39 for 2. Srikanth on 8. Anand on 16. Paresh has given away 20 runs, but he has taken 1 wicket. Let's see who comes from the freeway end. There seems to be a bowling change now. 39 for 2, decent score in the power play, especially if you have to get only 138 runs. So it's 39 for 2. And the new bowler is Talat Abbas, who's coming from the freeway end, and he will be bowling to Anand Kataria, who's on 16. Anand Kataria is on 16. Talat is coming to bowl, right arm over, full toss on the off stump, driven down to point region, but straight to the fielder. No run. The score stays at 39 for 2 after 5.1 overs. First ball went a full toss, became a full toss. An easy lollipop for the batsman, but the batsman failed to take advantage. Next one on the off stump. Oh my goodness. Fortunately for the batsman, there was no slip. Otherwise, it would have been an easy catch for first slip. The fielder from gully had to run towards third man. Picked up the ball. 2 runs in the meanwhile the batsman took. 41 for 2. It was a risky shot, but given that there is no slip, we can say that less risk was involved, but it was definitely not a confident shot. Next one from Talat, right arm over the wicket, and this was short one on the leg stump, and it has been hooked towards the fine leg boundary for 4 runs. An excellent shot by the batsman. And the ball has been hit towards the fine leg boundary for 4 runs. 45 for 2. South leaders cruising along and putting some doubt into the minds of the fielding side with some very intelligent batting. Now this ball, it was going down the leg side. There was a trifle appeal from behind the stumps, but umpire didn't show any interest in that, as the ball was definitely going down the leg side. The bowler was also not interested. The score remains 45 for 2. Now the required run rate 6.56. Last 2 balls of the power play now. It is Talat bowling in. Next ball way outside the off stump and called wide by umpire. So the score now 45 for 2. With Talat has already given away 7 runs in this over. 46 for 2 now. Next one from Talat. Outside the off stump and hit beautifully over covers, and it's rocketing over the boundary for 4 runs. He had to apply a lot of power in that shot, Anand. He could get it fortunately, and the ball went over extra covers very fast, like a tracer bullet, as Ravi Shastri would say. Touched the ropes. 4 runs for taking. 50 for 2 now. Talat proving to be expensive in his first over. Last ball of his first over outside the off stump, and it has been pulled down to deep mid-wicket boundary for another 4. So Anand now coming into his own terms and giving the treatment the ball deserves. And with the last over fetching 15 runs, the South leaders have managed to cross 50 in the power play, which is an excellent score, especially when you are chasing a paltry 138. 54 for 2. Srikanth batting on I will tell you in a moment. Even Stevens now, 84 balls, 85 runs needed. So on Anand on 30 and Srikanth on 8. 54 for 2 in the power play. Excellent power play for South leaders. To get about 9 runs per over, very well done. Full marks to Anand for scoring 15 runs in the last over of Talat. South leaders 54 for 2. Amit Marathe now coming into bowl, and he will be bowling to Srikanth outside the leg stump, wide called by umpire. The score moves to 55 for 2 now. Once again, next ball from Amit on the off stump, played off the back foot down to point region for a single. The score moves to 56 for 2. 6.1 overs bowled. Anand on 30 and Srikanth on 9. It seems that Anand would be holding the anchor. He seems to be the mainstay of this team. So if the South leaders want to reach the score, Anand should be there till the cows come home. Next one. Now this is on the middle and off stump. Played off the back foot. Not with any power, just pushed towards. Covers for no run. Still 56 for 2. Still Anand on 30 and Shrikant on 9. Next ball, right arm over the wicket from Amit. Outside the leg stump, difficult to control the ball. Called a wide by umpire. But here I can easily say that it was not because of the wind, because of the action. You can see in the replay, the shoulder was going towards the leg side. The arm was going towards the leg side. The next ball has been hit in the air, but unfortunately it drops between the two fielders, between extra cover and mid-off. 1 run, but the chance has gone a-begging. Next one from Amit to Shrikant outside the off stump and push to point region. And the batsman crossover for a single. Very good run taken, because the ball had gone directly into the hands of the fielder. Still they could complete single. 59 for 2 after 6.1. 6.4, I beg your pardon. Amit bowls next ball. Good one. Good line and good length. Just outside the off stump. The batsman misses it, because it was neither short of length nor full length. Good length delivery. The ball goes into the hands of the keeper. Still 59 for 2 after 6.5 overs. Next ball from Amit. Outside the leg stump. Once again difficult to control. Once again a wide. And the score reaches 60 for 2 now in 6.5 overs for South leaders. Next ball from Amit. Once again outside the leg stump, but glided towards deep square leg for a single. The score now races to 61. Amit has given away, I think, 8 runs in his first over. So at the end of the 7 overs, it's 2 for 61. Shrikant on 10 and Anand on 32. We'll be back in just a moment. (61 for 2). And the bowler coming into bowl is now Raju Jasani. Let's see how he bowls with his cap on. It seems that he's going to bowl left arm round the wicket between umpire and the stumps. Orthodox leg spinner, or is it going to be a Chinaman? Let's see. on the off stump and push towards short third man. No run. Score still 61 for 2. Anand Kataria taking strike. Flawless batting so far he had shown. The next one, now very good line and length on the middle and off stump and played defensively down to short covers for no run. Raju Jasani able to maintain a very good line and length, at least in first 2 balls. Another ball, very good length delivery on the leg stump, driven down to mid-wicket region. 1 run is added to the total. 62 for 2 now. 62 for 2, yes. Conditions very humid. Batsman taking the handkerchief out of the pocket and cleaning his face. A lot of sweating going on. Next ball, left arm round the wicket. It's Raju Jasani on the off stump. Very slow delivery towards short third man region, and this is going to be very interesting. All the fielders are appealing for a run out because there was a direct hit from short third man region. Beautiful fielding there, picked up by one hand, and in the same motion he threw the ball, and he was looking only at one wicket, only at one stump, that was the off stump, and he was able to hit it. Marvelous fielding. 63 for 2 after 7.4 overs. Next ball coming up. Now it is on the off stump. Nicely played down to cover region for no run. The score remains at 63 for 2 for South leaders. Required run rate now 6.25, well within reach. Target just 138. Next one, this is a looping flighted delivery on the off stump and just guided down to short covers. No run. The score remains at 63 for 2 at the end of 8 overs. We'll be back in just a moment. So it's 63 for 2 now. 8 overs have been completed. Very economical over by Raju Jasani. Just 2 runs came of it. 63 for 2. New bowler is Sanjay Mugwe. He He's coming from the commentator's box end. He's bowling to Shrikant, who has just flicked it towards short fine leg for a single. The total moves now to 64 for 2. A very strategic chase, I can mention this. Next one, and this has been hit in the air. The deep cover fielder tries to reach it but drops the catch. He had reached the ball, but he fell short by a few inches and the ball fell on the ground, but nevertheless a very good attempt by the fielder. 1 run added to the score, 66 for 2. Next one, outside the off stump and pushed towards sweeper cover. Ball is slowly coming back to the bowler. 1 run added to the score, 67 for 2. Next one, full toss delivery, but the bowler made it a yorker because he waited for too long to arrive, and then made it full length, almost a yorker, pushed it towards deep point for a single. 68 for 2. Next one from Sanjay to Anand outside the off stump, and this has been once again uppishly hit down to deep point. There will be only 1 run. 69 for 2 now. 67 runs of 70 balls. Next one, outside the off stump and brilliantly hit towards deep covers for 4 runs. Off the back foot, giving full face of the bat, and it was hit towards deep covers. No fielder in the region of deep covers. We have a mid-off and a deep point, and the ball races past the mid-off fielder down to the cover boundary for 4 runs. So 73 for 2. Now 66 balls and 66 runs. Once again even Stevens. So now 6 runs will be needed from each over. Yes. Sanjay coming in to bowl now once again. His left arm around the wicket. He will be coming between the stumps and the umpire with his yellow cap on. He's coming in to bowl. This is outside the off stump. The batsman leaves it alone, allows to go to the wicket keeper. No run added, still the score 73 for 2. Next one from Sanjay as he gets ready to bowl. Next ball on the middle and off stump, and the ball left the bat beautifully. Typical orthodox left arm spinner ball, and the batsman he wanted to play a delectable late cut, fails. Ball collected by the wicket keeper. Next one, that was on the off stump, driven down to short covers, but the fielder at cover position, he flung himself and collected the ball. Now the appeal is going on for a run out at the striker's end, but the umpire doesn't give a heed to the appeal and says not out, nothing doing. Seems that the batsman has put his bat into the crease. The next one outside the off stump once again. Slow ball, making the life difficult for the batsman, giving very less pace. And the batsman failing to convert it into runs. 73 for 2 now. Anand still on 31. Next ball, once again a looping delivery. A flight it through the air. Pushed it towards covers for single. South leaders 74 for 2. Next ball from Sanjay. Again the ball leaving the batsman from middle stump to off stump. So Sanjay was able to tighten the screws in this particular over. Just he has given away 3 runs. And as we can see in the replay, the appeal for a run out, and that there was definitely a case to be discussed of this run out. After the match gets over, this will be a matter of discussion once the replays are seen by both the sides. Very interesting it will be to listen what the fielders want to say, especially the wicketkeeper. South leaders 74 for 2 after 10 overs. 7.4 is the run rate. Excellent run rate. The required run rate is just above 6 now. And the batting side won't be too much anxious about this required run rate. The only thing is they should not lose wickets in a heap. Once again Sanjay comes with his dibbly-dobbly stuff, but it has been very difficult to score off him. This time he bowls slightly faster one outside the off stump. The batsman pushes it towards deep point. The fielder comes from deep point region, picks up the ball. In the meanwhile, the batsman crossover for single. It's 75 for 2. Shrikant is on strike. He's on 17 now. The next ball outside the leg stump, and we have to see whether the batsman made contact with the ball or it hit his legs. Yes, leg by signaled by umpire. So the score now is cruising along. 75 for 2. It is 77 for 2 now after 10.2 overs. Sanjay now, and it has been beautifully hit over long off. The long off fielder was slightly fine and the ball was hit square to him. 2 bounces into the fence for 4 runs. Highly skillful shot by the batsman Shrikant. He made it look easy, but it was a difficult shot to play, and especially to gather momentum when there is a very strong breeze blowing. Still the ball able to reach the fence. Creditable on the part of Shrikant. 81 for 2 after 10.3, and South leaders cruising along now. The fielding side must be feeling the jitters now. Next one from Sanjay. It's a full toss, and this is going to be... The batsman felt that he was out, and he was going towards the pavilion, and the umpire has adjudged him not out. I think the umpire felt that the ball was missing the leg stump. We'll see in the replay. Once again, Sanjay bowls outside the off stump, and it has been cut down to deep third man for single. I think the batsman was lucky in that case. Umpire is the best judge, as we say, but from here and from the screen we felt that it was hitting the leg stump. Next one, very slowly bowled in the air. The ball pushed back to the bowler. It's 82 for 2 after 11 overs. The funny part was, after Shrikant was hit on the pads in front of the leg stump, he himself felt that he was gone and he started walking towards the pavilion, but the umpire denied, and that's why he's still on the wicket. (82 for 2). Once the batting side crosses 100-run mark and they have to chase 138 runs, then 100 becomes the mental barrier. Once it is crossed, then the countdown begins, and then the fielding side will also start feeling that they are losing the game. So that 100 mark barrier is very important for the batsman to reach. Why that LBW decision was not given, debatable, highly debatable. Next one from the left arm spinner now with the yellow cap on, driven down to deep covers for a single. The score moves to 83 for 2 after 11.1 over. I think it is Raju Jasani. Excellent ball on the off stump, driven down to short covers for a single. 85 for 2. Raju coming to bowl his next ball. Left arm between umpire and stumps. On the off stump, the batsman went onto the back foot, gave full face of the bat and pushed it just towards point. No run. The score still 84 for 2. South leaders require 139 at a run rate of 6.47. Next one on the middle and leg stump, and it has been flicked towards short square leg for a single. The fielder threw it towards the bowler. Fortunately, the bowler was able to back it up. So 1 run, 85 for 2 now. Next one from Raju. This was a long hop on the middle stump. The batsman had a big, he took a big swipe at that. It went down to deep square leg for single. 86 for 2 now. Next one from Raju. He's coming into bowl, right arm round the wicket, and it has been cut square, but beautiful catch at point. Oh my goodness. He just pulled it off out of thin air, this fielder. Let's see who has taken this catch. But the replay will show us that this was an extremely difficult catch. and the ball was moving with lot of speed. Just see the replay. Outside the off stump, cut square towards point, and let's see if we, oh, it was traveling and to the right of the fielder. But the most important part, the fielder got both hands to it and grabbed it. So that was the real skill of the fielder. He did not take with just one hand. So it was not by chance that the fielder caught it, but he had judged that, he had judged where the ball was going, and it was a masterful catch by the fielder. So third wicket down, and can the Spartans see a little window opening for them after this important wicket? At the end of 12 overs, it's 86 for 3. Some discussion is going between the umpires and the players. I don't know regarding what is going on. The fielders are in a huddle now, and yeah, they had come into a huddle to decide on some strategy. It seems the umpire not happy with the time the fielding side is taking. But here the umpire cannot play the role of a teacher, because all are over 50 and all are teachers now. They are almost professors. All fielders are like professors. Yeah, there. So how a teacher can scold a professor? It's a very funny part here. So 86 for 3. Jokes apart, 12 overs gone. South leaders. Let's see if the Spartans can take them off the rails. Next one, a nice one, and once again hit down too deep. This was, yeah, hit down to deep mid-wicket boundary. Let's wait for the umpire signal. No signal, so that means the catch was dropped and it failed to reach the boundary, so only 1 run results. 87 for 3 now. Had it been taken, it would have been another blinder of a catch. Next one. Outside the off stump, and the batsman has hit it towards long on with a cross batted shot for a single. 88 for 3 after 12.2 overs. William will be taking strike now. Anand is on 42. Anand Kataria. He's holding fort for the team. Next one to Anand, and it is driven between point and the gully region down to deep. Third man for a single. 88 for 3 now. William will be on strike. He is on 1. The next ball on the off stump, pushed towards mid off. No run results, 89 for 3 still. William on 1, Anand Kataria on 43. Match nicely poised at this moment. 1 or 2 more wickets and you can never say what will happen. A cross batted shot to the next ball down to deep long on, and by the time the fielder comes and picks up 2 runs taken, the score moves to 91 for 3. The fielding side, they are smelling blood here, I think so, after the loss of 3rd wicket. They feel that they have a chance, so let's see. Next one outside the off stump, way outside the off stump, and called a wide by the umpire. So the score now moves to 92 for 3 after 12.5 overs. Next one from Sanjay, right arm over the wicket on the off stump. It was a very slowly bowled delivery. End of the over, no runs, 92 for 3 at the end of 13 overs, with William on 3 and Anand on 43. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back. After completion of 13 overs, it is 92 for 3. William is on 3 and Anand Kataria is on 43. It all depends on Anand Kataria, how deep he can take the game, because he has to put the anchor and the other players will revolve around him. That should be the scenario, because he's the set batsman. The next one outside the off stump, steered down to 3rd man for a single. Slightly sloppy fielding at 3rd man. So 1 run results. South leaders now 93 for 3. Required run rate 6.73. The bowling side would like to take the required run rate beyond 8 for the batting side to feel some pressure. And in the meanwhile, if they lose 1 or 2 wickets, then we have one heck of a game on our hands. South leaders 93 for 3. Raju Jasani. Next ball, left arm round the wicket outside the off stump, and this has been hit uppishly towards 3rd man. It could have been a catch. We can say that the chance has gone a begging there. Definitely we can say like that. So 1 run results. The score 94 for 3 after 13.2 overs. Raju Jasani, left arm round the wicket between umpire and the stumps, with yellow cap on, coming into bowl. Now the batsman trying to go for a big heave towards deep mid wicket. Missed it completely. No runs. 94 for 3. Next one from Raju Jasani. He's testing the patience of the batsman with his looping deliveries. Next one, once again a looping ball, and once again that shot which hasn't been productive at all, going outside the stumps, outside the off stump, and trying to hit it over mid wicket or square leg. So far none of the batsmen has been successful in hitting the ball like that, but still they are trying this shot. 94 for 3. Next ball outside the off stump, and this time it has been hit over covers for a single. The ball goes to deep cover. 1 run results. 95 for 3. I can see here that the run making is getting difficult by each ball. So if the viewers have already drawn a conclusion that the match is more on the batting side, it is tilted more on the batting side, wait friends, that is not the case. It is evenly balanced. Anything can happen from here with 44 runs in 6 overs. Now the required run rate, look at the required run rate, it has gone beyond 7 now, 7.33. so once it goes beyond 8, then the batting side will start feeling the difficulty once again. There's a drinks break. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back. 15th over now to begin, and Sanjay will be bowling the 15th over with a white headband and I think wearing shades. Yes, 95 for 3. South leaders. By no means the North Spartans are out of the game. The match is evenly poised at this stage. Next ball on the off stump, and this has been hit over the fence for 6 at deep mid wicket. A fantastic hit by Anand, and I think that with that hit it has brought his 50. I don't know whether he knows or not. There are no applause from the pavilion, so he doesn't show the bat. Yes. Seems that no one has told him. Okay. Let's concentrate on the next ball. Outside the off stump. The batsman went outside the off stump to play on the Offside, missed it completely. The keeper collects, no run, 101 for 3. Sanjay coming in to bowl his next ball outside the off stump once again, and this has taken the outside edge of the bat, running down to deep third man boundary, but the ball fizzles out. Pace goes down because of this thick grass cover, and the ball fails to reach the boundary. The batsman could take 2 runs only, but still 2 runs added, 103 for 3. Next ball from Sanjay is outside the off stump, way outside the off stump, and it has been called a wide. 104 for 3 now with 14.3 overs. Next ball coming in from Sanjay. Now this is on the middle stump, and it has been beautifully hit by finding the gap between mid-off and covers down to a deep mid-off boundary for 4 runs. See, this man Anand is taking single-handedly the match away from the Spartans. Single-handedly he has been doing this. He's on 57. He has faced only 48 balls, so his strike rate is more than 100. Once again, it's a full toss, and this has been hooked down to fine leg fence for 4 runs. I think the ball slipped out of the hand of Sanjay, and it went outside the leg stump. A rank full toss. The batsman slightly moved towards the off stump with full face of the bat, hooked it over deep square leg boundary for 4 runs. This seems to be the decisive over of the match, because if the run rate is taken, the run rate previously was hovering about 5-6 runs per over, but now the equation suddenly has changed, and with just 25 runs needed, 26 runs needed, it seems to be an easy target. But Anand is taking some chances now. Once again, he has hit the ball towards square leg region for 4 runs. So the score moves to 117 for 3. And Sanjay has been taken to cleaners by Anand. 1 6 and 2 boundaries in this over. So now the required run rate has dropped down to 4.26. If the sanity prevails, if the batsmen play wisely, this should not be a problem for the batting side. It's very important that Anand has to stay there. Next one, outside the off stump, tries to go for a drive, misses it, and the ball goes to the keeper. I think William wants to change the bat because of some reason, and a new bat has been brought from the pavilion, and William will be taking strike now. 117 for 3. Just 22 runs needed now of 5 overs. The required run rate 4.40. Anand Kataria is the key. If he loses his wicket and then 1 or 2 more wickets are lost, then there will be cat amongst the pigeons. The umpire signals left arm over. I think it is Monty who is coming to bowl. He has bowled only 1 over and he had given 9 runs, so he has come to bowl. Let's see if he can weave a magic as the captain here. It is on the middle stump, and William plays it down to deep fine leg, and the ball before reaching the ropes has been fielded. 2 runs result, and with the result of these 2 runs, the score moves to 119 for 3. .1 overs. Next ball on the off stump, and it has been hit down to deep long on, and unfortunately it dropped just before the fielder. The fielder could not hold on to it. We can see a difficult chance. 121 for 3. Next ball from Monty outside the off stump, and the batsman has pulled it towards deep square leg, and they are going across for 2 runs. So 123 for 3 now after 15.3 overs. William is complimenting Anand very nicely. Next one from Monty on the off stump, and this has been hit over mid off, but there is a fielder over at deep mid off region. Only 124 for 3. William is on 11 and Anand is on 65. Next one, a faster one outside the off stump. He cuts it down to point, no run. 124 for 3. Once again, Monty feeling the pressure of being captain and has to bowl crucial over. Now this was outside the leg stump, and it has been swept to the long leg boundary for 4 runs. No fielder at the long leg position, so easy pickings for the batsman, and Anand made it look so easy. He knew that there was no fielder at long leg. So 4 runs. With that, the score now gallops to 128 for 3. It's a matter of just 11 runs now. Anand feeling the heat in real means, because it is 35 degrees now almost in Houston. Outside the off stump, and replays are going on. I beg your pardon. Ashish Modi is now coming into bowl. Has a short discussion with Paresh. Paresh wants to suggest something to the bowler. Let's see what happens. William is on strike. Just 11 needed of 4 overs now. Outside the leg stump, and he has been bowled. William is bowled here. It was a full length delivery on the leg stump. The ball wrapped him on the pads and ricocheted off his pads on the stumps. So out of nowhere, a wicket has fallen. 128 for 4. In 16.1 overs. William now going back to the pavilion. We'll be back in just a moment. So 4th wicket fallen. I can easily say it was against the run of play, and the ball hit the pads and went on to hit the stumps. Ashish Modi, next ball, right arm over the wicket. Once again an excellent length ball on the off stump. The batsman was deceived in the air. The batsman is Nitin More, deceived in the air and drove it back to the bowler for no run. Ashish once again coming into bowl. The next ball on the off stump, and this has been hit down to deep mid wicket, but the ball falls between deep mid wicket and short mid wicket. 2 runs are being taken. The score now reaches 130 for 4. Nitin More on 2, and the protagonist Anand is on 69. Ashish Modi once again it has been hit down to deep long on for a single. Upish in the air. And the score now 131 for 4. 16.4 overs gone. Ashish Modi, excellent line and length. Another delivery, but this has been cut towards point. No run. The score remains on 131 for 4. Anand showing some signs of getting tired, getting dehydrated. Next ball outside the off stump. The batsman trying to go for a big shot, misses it completely. The keeper collects, no run. 131 for 4 at the end of the 17th over. 8 runs to go. Let's see who comes from the other end. I don't think that the fielding side has given away. They will try to give their everything till the last ball is bowled. And Paresh is slightly moving his field. He's taking fine leg towards deep square leg. So you cannot expect a ball full length on the leg stump because there is no fine leg now. There is no fine leg now because a slight tickle towards the fine leg and the ball will race away to the boundary. Next, the ball outside the off stump and cut towards short covers, and the ball hits the stumps at the non-striker's end. But it seems that the batsman had made his ground. So 1 run added, 132 for 4. Paresh comes with the next ball outside the off stump, and deliberately by opening the face of the bat, it has been steered down to third man for a single. The score now 133 for 4. Nitin More is on strike. Next ball. Oh, once again. Why these players are trying to play this overhyped stroke which hasn't given them any runs at all and putting them into risk. Next ball from Paresh, and this has been beautifully driven down to deep mid-off, but just for a single. Any shot which is played along the carpet, it gives a different type of pleasure, no doubt. Next ball from Paresh, a looping half volley and driven down to mid-wicket region. The fielder fields with his foot. Single run. 135 for 4. Just 4 needed now. The next ball, and it was pitched outside the off stump, and the batsman was able to put his bat on the ball at the 11th hour, and the ball went down to square third man. 1 run was taken, 136 for 4, 3 runs to go, 2 overs to go. Now I can easily say that the match is firmly in the grasp of South leaders. Next ball now, Modi coming in, Ashish Modi, it is declared a wide, so 137 for 4 now. Next ball from Ashish Modi, and on the leg stump, full length delivery, and Nitin More just flicks it round the corner down to deep mid wicket, and the scores are level now, 138. Just one needed now. Just one needed to win the game. Ashish Modi comes to bowl to Anand, and it was outside the off stump, no wide called. If the winning run comes from the bat of Anand, it will be a poetic justice given to his Herculean effort. Ashish Modi coming into bowl. It is taken on the full but played with soft hands. Straight back to the bowler. No run. 138 for 4. Anand taking no chances now. He wants to be there when the winning runs are scored. Next one from Ashish, and it is beautifully driven down to deep cover region for 4 runs, and with that it's a victory for South leaders. They have won the game by 6 wickets, and the record in chief is Anand Kataria, who had scored 75 runs of 60 balls. Fantastic knock, and the most important thing, he managed to stay. Bhaskar Shetty has scored 4 runs, Pradeep not, Shrikant. I would like to see the batting card once again. Shrikant 24, Anand Kataria 75 not out, William 11, Nitin More not out on 7. So after 18.4 overs, 142 for 4. Bowling Monty going for 10 runs in 2 overs, 20 runs in 2 overs. Ashish Modi 3.4 overs for 19. Paresh 25 in 3 overs. Talat 15 runs in 1 over. Amit Marathe 7 runs in 1 over. Raju Jasani 10 runs from 4 overs. Excellent stuff. Sanjay, he gave away 44 runs of his 4 over, proving to be quite expensive. So with this fall of wickets, let us see coming on your screen. Beautiful catch taken at deep point, then William getting out bowled, ricocheted the ball from his pan to the stumps. Only 4 wickets gone, and the match won by the South leaders by 6 wickets. And the points table coming up, the South Panthers with 2 wins, South leaders with 2 wins. So the news from the Prairie Cricket Ground: that the South leaders have won the game against North Spartans convincingly by 6 wickets. It is goodbye from the Prairie View ground. Thank you.